Multiply and divide radical expressions. Read together. 1, 2, 3. I can multiply and divide. So we don't need a FAIR model since we know what radical expressions are. We already took FAIR model for this when we first started with simplifying radical expressions. We do need steps. Copy these down, please. It says, today we're multiplying and dividing. However, for multiplication, we will look at two different types of multiplications. The first one, monomials times monomials. And then the second one, monomials times binomials or binomials times binomials. So that's why there's extra steps here. Okay? So the first 4 steps will be for monomials times binomials. The last 3 steps are multiplying times binomials. So copy those down, please. So we have, once again, for multiplying monomials, first step, we simplify, multiply the coefficients times coefficients, radical times radicals, and then we simplify. So this is key right here. Coefficients times coefficients, and then radicals times radicals. We don't do coefficients times radicals. And I'm talking about numbers, and you'll see that right now. And then when we get to the binomials, you'll see when that happens. Here we go. Copy this, please. Example 1a, we got multiply. You don't have to write all this, all these words. Just write example 1a, multiply, and then write the expression. Square root of 8 times square root of 6. As soon as you copy it, pens down. I'm going to go over this example. I'm going to show you a couple of things, and then you can use the method that you like. Here he goes. Pens down, eyes up here. So according to the steps, step 1 says simplify. Can I simplify the 8? Yes. This becomes square root of 4 times 2. What is square root of 4? 2, and we're left with square root of 2. Are we there? Yeah. I'm going to bring down this one, square root of 6. Now, there's multiplication here between these two, right? However, what is the coefficient? What is the coefficient here? 1. So, according to the step, it says coefficients times coefficients. Here we go. Focus. It says coefficients times coefficients. 2 times 1, that is 2. Radicals times radicals. 2 times 6, that is 12. Are we there so far? Can I, and then at the end, the last step was to simplify again. Can I simplify the 12? Yes, this is 2 square root of 4 times 3. What is square root of 4? 2, and then we already have a 2 square root of 3. What is 2 times 2? 4 square root 3. Copy that, please. Bam. Yeah, I know it's going back and forth because we start with simplifying, then we multiply, and then we simplify again. Copy that. Now, let me show you a different approach. Here it goes. Pens down, eyes up here. So this is one method. The other method, I didn't give you the steps for, but it's fairly easy if you follow the process in regards to multiplying. Check this out. Are these two radicals? Yes. So that means I can multiply these two. This becomes 8 times 6, that's square root of 48. Are we there so far? Can I simplify that? Yes. This is square root of 16 times 3. What is square root of 16? 4 square root 3.
Oh, wow.
So copy that. And like I said, these two methods will work to get the same answer. So you're going to have to make decisions in regards to which method you want to use. You can use either or. Copy that, please. Example 1b. Copy this, please. Example 1b says multiply. Once again, you don't have to write the entire instruction. Just multiply, parentheses 2 square root of 5, close parentheses to the second power. Okay. Well, here it goes. Let's rewrite this first before I do anything else. So the exponent tells us that we need to rewrite it how many times? 2. So parentheses 2 square root of 5 times 2 square root of 5. So, according to the steps that I gave you, it says simplify. Can I simplify this radical anymore? No. How about this one? No. Step 2, multiply coefficients times coefficients. What's the coefficient here? 2 and 2. So what is 2 times 2? 4. Now, radicals times radicals. Step 3. So radical 5 and radical 5. What is 5 times 5? Square root of 25. So once again, what operation is it between the number and the radical? Multiplication. So I bring down the 4. What is square root of 25? 5. So this is 20. Copy that.
The other way.
Copy this next one down, please. Example 1C. It says multiply square root of 3y times square root of 12y. Do this one by yourself. You can do the method by multiplying first and then simplify. Go. Copy that and solve. Or simplify, I'm sorry. Let's see. I said do it whichever way. I'm going to use multiplication. I'm going to multiply. What is 3 times 12? 36. What is y times y? Y squared. Can I split these up? Yes. Square root of 36, square root of y squared. What is square root of 36? And this is?
Oh, wow.
Okay, copy this next one, please. Example 1D. Multiply square root of 5 times square root of 10. Do that one by yourself, please. Copy and simplify. Okay. This became square root of 50, which simplified becomes 25 times 2. What is square root of 25? 5 square root 2. Hands if you got that. Okay. Copy this next one down, please. Copy this one, example 1E, parentheses 3, square root of 7 to the second power. This is very similar to the one we just did earlier. So do that one by yourself, please. Go. So, we rewrite this. This becomes parentheses 3 square root of 7 times 3 square root of 7. And I said coefficients times coefficients. That's 9. Radicals times radicals. 7 times 7, that's square root of 49. And its multiplication in between. What is square root of 49? 7. 7 times 9, 63.
Wow, that's what I forgot to do.
Do another one. Copy this next one down, please. Example 1F, copy this. Multiply square root of 2m times square root of 14m. Copy and simplify. See if you can do this one by yourself. Go.
I forgot all about the M.
So, radical times a radical. We get 2 times 14, that's square root of 28. M times m, that's m squared. I'm going to simplify these. This is square root of 28, square root of m squared. This one can be simplified. Square root of 7 times 4. What is square root of 4? 2 square root of 7. How about this one? This one has a square, so it becomes m. I just write it next to the 2, so it's 2m times square root of 7. What are you doing? Okay, copy this one down, please. Example 2a. Multiply square root of 3 times 7 minus square root of 8, close parentheses. Just copy it. I'm going to go over this one really quick. Goes. So, on this one, notice that now we have a monomial times a binomial. We have parentheses, so I'm going to distribute. So pay attention, please. Let me make some room here so you guys can see the process. All right. So check this out. I'm going to distribute this in here. Okay, so this times this. But what did we say? We cannot multiply coefficients times radicals, right? Only coefficients times coefficients. Since this one doesn't have a radical, I need a coefficient that I can multiply the 7 to. What is the coefficient here? 1. So 1 times 7, 7, and I just write square root of 3. Pay attention first, and I'll let you copy the next step. Hold on. Next.
-1.
So therefore, the coefficient here is -1. What is 1 times -1? Negative 1. And then square root of 3 times square root of 8, that's square root of 24. Copy that, please. Copy that? So now, we end up with something that we did yesterday. Weren't we doing addition and subtracting yesterday? So here's the subtraction, but we need to simplify this one because this one cannot be simplified. So this one becomes square root of 6 times 4. What is square root of 4? 2 square root of 6. I bring down the negative. 7 square root of 3. Can I combine these? No, because they don't have the exact same radicals, so I'm done. So now here we're doing two things. We're multiplying first, and we're combining. And this is what got some of you confused at the beginning of the year. Remember when we did polynomials?
Yeah. This is a good idea.
Okay, let's continue. Copy this next example. Example 2b. Multiply. We got square root of 2, parentheses, square root of 8, plus square root of 18, close parentheses. So by looking at it, let's do this one together. Do we have any coefficients? Well, the only ones are ones, right? So pretty much, but all of them are radicals, right? So on this one, we will be able to multiply radicals times radicals. So let's see. Let's distribute this. Square root of 2 times square root of 8, that gives us square root of 16, plus square root of 2 times square root of 18, that gives us square root of 36. Now let's simplify. What is square root of 16? 4 plus 6, and that is? Okay? So far so good? Copy this next one down, please. Example 2c, square root of 6 times square root of 8 minus 3, close parentheses. See if you can do that one by yourself. Copy and simplify. Okay, here we go. You should have already finished this one. Here goes the process. So distribute this and this. So this becomes square root of 48 minus 3 square root of 6. This could be simplified, square root of 16 times 3. This becomes 4 square root of 3 minus 3 square root of 6. There it is. We cannot simplify anymore. Okay, so we're done with the easy stuff. Let's move on to some fun stuff. Here we go. Copy this. Example 3a says multiply, parentheses, 3 minus square root of 8. Close parentheses, open parentheses, 2 plus square root of 8, close parentheses. Okay? So check this out. We're going to do this one together since I'm pretty sure you remember the process for multiplying binomials. For those of us that forgot, here it goes. When you have a binomial times a binomial, you get your area model going. Here we go. This one goes here, 3 minus square root of 8. You draw your line across. This one goes on top, 2 plus square root of 8. Draw your line down. So let's multiply. What is 3 times 2? 6. Plus 3 times square root of 8, that's 3 square root of 8. Next, I'm going to multiply this one times these two. What is negative square root of 8 times 2? Negative 2 square root of 8. Negative times a negative equals a negative. Square root of 8 times square root of 8 is square root of 64. Are we there so far? Now I'm going to write all these here so that we can see if we can combine like terms. So this one is 6 minus 2 square root of 8, which is this one. Then I'm going to write plus 3 square root of 8. Then at the end minus square root of 64. So it looks like I can combine like terms here in the middle, right?
Yeah. 1 square.
We have 3 minus 2, that's 1 square root of 8, and it's a positive. I'm going to bring this one down. And when I bring this one down, check this out. Minus, what is square root of 64? 8. Can I combine like terms again?
Yeah.
Yes. 6 minus 8, that's negative 2. I bring down the plus square root of 8. And once again, like everything at the end, let's check. Can we simplify the radical? Yes. Negative 2 plus square root of 4 times 2. What is square root of 4? 2 square root 2. Bring down the plus and the negative 2. And we're done. So pretty much everything that we did prior, all that comes to place here. You just need to make sure you simplify and simplify and simplify so you can simplify no more. Okay? Yes, we have, this is just multiplication. Let's go into division. So we already did monomial times monomial, binomial times binomial, and these are binomial times binomial, right? So check this out. Let's go to division. Copy this next one down. Example 4A says simplify the quotient. That's what you write. Simplify the quotient and write square root of 11 over square root of 3. So notice we already did multiplication. Now we're moving to the division. Now, we already simplified these kind of radical expressions when we started with expressions on Tuesday, right? However, notice this one cannot be simplified anymore. Look at it. Can we simplify the 3? No. The 11? No. However, for radical expressions, we cannot have a radical expression on the denominator. Remember when we did the definition for fractions, we can only have integers on the denominator and not 0. So that means we need to get rid of this radical. How do we get rid of it? Watch. Whatever the radical is left on the denominator, we need to multiply top and bottom by it. Watch. Times square root of 3 times square root of 3. And look what it's gonna do. This becomes square root of 9, which becomes what? 3. Notice that we got rid of the radical. And this one is radical 11 times radical 3. That's radical 33. Radical 33. And that's how we simplify. Let me give you one more. You do this one. Square root of 15 divided by square root of 2. Simplify that one, please.
Well, are you serious? I was thinking it too, like,
okay, here we go. Who got square root of 30 over 2? That is correct. This is square root of 2 over square root of 2. Square root of 30 over square root of 4, and that's how we get that. Homework for tonight, found on page 719, numbers 1 through 55, odds. Enjoy your homework, guys. Turning your homework on your way out. Have a good one. See you guys tomorrow. By the way, tutoring today. Bye.